Yeah, it's your boy right here on IPP Media Group, man. Your boy, the Joker, man, the Overlooked MC, King of Marketing, back again on IBP Media. I've been on videos off and on all day. Today, now we live on all platforms all around the country. Man, from like 2, 3 YouTube channels, 7 spots on Facebook, 6 spots on Twitter, and this is the marketing uh, podcast, marketing IBP Media. This is what I'm talking about marketing, man. I'm all over the place. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Appreciate everybody that's definitely support this movement. Make sure you put in the comments. I definitely going to talk about some things on this one right here. How Instagram did me wrong. This is definitely a story that I want to share on this platform of um how Instagram did me wrong on my old page. In the description, you'll see my new page. Make sure you go follow me. And y'all gotta be careful on Instagram also. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So therefore, I'm gonna break it down to you real quick, man. That was on my old page, man, the Joker 9E page. And I was doing a lot of marketing from back when I was living in Indianapolis. And when I first started studying, I really started studying, but I knew a lot about marketing, but I was still a student. I was still going to my little campaign meetings. I was still getting involved and growing and getting my knowledge up and making it do what it do. So at that time, I was doing it on my 9E page, 9E, my Joker 9E page on Instagram. So what happened was I was doing multiple ads on there. I was pretty much um killing it, man. Pretty much was on my ads. I was pretty much getting close to 3 to 4 thousand people per ad. I was pretty much putting together maybe like 3 to 4 ads a week at 3 to 4 or maybe 5 days per week. I was investing a lot of money into the ads. I was figuring out the ads. I was studying the ads on Instagram. So me doing it for a long period of time, and remember, I was doing this on my Instagram without connected to Google. And I didn't know that until one of the marketing companies hit me in my inbox on Instagram and asking me like, would you like to work for our company? And they was putting all types of numbers down and all that, getting paid $12 an hour and all that. So, I ain't thinking none of it because there's a lot of scams going on Instagram. So I didn't really, plug on none of them because I know how it was back 3 years ago. What I'm saying the scam game was on fleet. It was on a high level. So I didn't really take that serious. I used to block them all the time and all that. I know I was getting these inboxes in my inbox on Instagram almost every other day. I was getting them very heavy on weekends. On Friday nights, Saturday nights, I'll be live on my Instagram, on my own Instagram, and I'll be promoting and I'll be helping artists and I'll be doing things that I do best. So one day, to make a long story short on that end, one day I somebody hit me up on my Instagram inbox. So when he hit me up, he was like, "Listen, we see what you're doing. Um, I got a couple questions to ask you. Is it all right for me to call you?" And so I gave him my number and all that to see what happened. Me knowing the scam and stuff, I say, well, this person asked for my number. This can't be a scam. So, um, therefore, I gave him my number. He gave me a call. When he gave me a call, he was asking me questions about how I was marketing on Instagram and how that I was helping others algorithms go up so high. My algorithm was very high. He put me on game. He said the average person on Instagram algorithms just on basic posting without doing any ads is only at 7%. So I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "What? This when I was learning about algorithms." And then he was telling me, he was like, "Well, your algorithms is at 37%. That's not likely." He said he's told me that, only people that's getting like 37% algorithms on their Instagram is people like the Snoop Dogg's and the comedians that was getting those hits, and a lot of them was like 57 and 60%. I think the most at that time he told me that was getting the most algorithms at that time, I believe it was Kevin Hart at the time. So he was asking me questions about how my algorithm was at 20, 27%, 17%. And it was, and it varies. And I said, well, I was doing 2 or 3 ads a week. And then that's when I was learning about the targeting. I was learning from my mentors about targeting and my audience. So therefore, I took that wisdom and I was using it. And I told him that I said, well, um, I pretty much learned the targets through my mentors. So they gave me clues. So I figured out my targets for each artist I was marketing at that time. I believe I was marketing like Fire and Ice at the time. I was marketing Kayla Bishop. I think at that time I was marketing Del Hayes at that time. This is right before the pandemic hit, before the COVID got real strong. So I was like, and plus at that time the mixtape with DJ Unknown, I was doing a little bit of that too. So I was giving him the tips and the things that I was doing. But he was like, how are you doing this and you're not part of the Google search? And our company's involved in the Google search and we're doing marketing for companies. How are you doing this? I said, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've been doing. And I was consistent in doing. So when I talked to him on the phone, I knew I was on a good lane on marketing at that time. Me talking to my mentors, and I was following other marketers, and I was talking to the guru of marketing, what I'm saying, from Philly. I hollered at him, and then I talked to him on a private jump off, and he was like, "What's going on is that you're doing this, and they're trying to figure out." At that time, he said Google was connected to all the researchers. This is when TikTok was just getting strong. So he was like, and TikTok was the first ones to be a part of the Google movement, as far as the algorithms and the engines and all that. So I didn't know, that was new to me too. I was learning that part of it. So me doing what I was doing and keep doing what I was doing all through the pandemic. I had the radio show, and I was live on the radio show with my page and everything like that. So that really took it to another level. Plus, everybody was at home. So that's when he locked the whole world down, and everybody was at home. So I was really killing the algorithms. And then he called me back like maybe a week later, not even a week later. I think it maybe been like 3 or 4 weeks. Got to be like a month, because this was like in the middle of the pandemic. Right when I was in Indianapolis, and I left the job that I was at, and I started getting this bread, whatever I was doing. And I was still selling the Haters album, so it had to be like around June. So he hit me back again, and he was like, dude, you need to work for our company. We'll pay you to do what you're doing for $13 an hour. I was like, why would I do that when I'm making more than that at the time? And at the time, I was doing the radio show, and you know how my Blog Talk Radio was when I was really getting them numbers up for a lot of artists, and I was really getting the people involved, and I was engaged, people that was engaging in what I was doing. It was very being successful of what I was doing. So he wanted me to work with him for them, and I said I turned it down. I said no, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I appreciate what y'all got going on, and it got to the point that he was pretty much stalking me and all that, and I had to block. Soon as I blocked him, I give it probably about the time of end of maybe August of that year, um, I couldn't get back in Instagram. And I went in and changed my password and let me back in. Um, then when I got back in, they stopped me from posting. Then they blocked my credit card from the ads. After I done paid them, they didn't block my credit card Instagram. Why did they do that? Down the line, I found out why they do that, because number one is that I was doing more than anybody at that time on Instagram without working with a marketing big company. Number one, and number two is I wasn't connected to the Google search and the Google algorithms that was also connected with Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook and Instagram is owned by the same person. So me talking to my mentors and talking to my marketing people that I was cool with, they was giving me tips. They was like, "Word." And it was like, cause they get everything. Most of the marketing people that I was cool with on Instagram, they were pretty much connecting everything to their website. I didn't have a website. I was using the social media. You know what I mean? I think that was one of my mistakes. Is not having a website connected to it, to where, you know what I mean? So that's how that happened. So therefore, they knocked me out of that. So I found out that I can go through my Facebook to go in. So I went on the Facebook and start posting stuff. I did that for a while. I couldn't go live, but I went live into my Facebook side on my music page. So I did that, with the podcast page, whatever. So I did that for a while, boom, boom, boom. And then now they cut me out of going to the back end. So I went back to try to get back in to my Instagram with the email to change my password again to go in. I can't even do that, and I still can't do that today. And I tried it recently, and they still got that block. But that page is still up and functioning. That's crazy. So, you know, this social media, especially when you master the way I mastered it, they will find a way to get you off. That's why pretty much the Facebook and Instagram been shutting down for a while, and they be recapping because it's a lot of scammers on here and all that, and I get it. But at the same time, I wasn't a scammer. I was actually doing business. I was music marketing BK the Dawn, Fire and Ice, Caleb Bishop at that time. In the beginning, Del Hayes. I had like 7 other Kulu in his book and his website. I had a couple authors with me, a couple film, couple music videos that I was doing, and people was breaking bread on, and I was giving them 2 to 3K viewers per week. You know what I mean? On far as streams on Spotify and all that. Every artist that I was working with, I was giving them 30 or 40K streams on a Spotify. You know what I mean? I pretty much gave Del Hayes almost 72K in 3 weeks. You know what I mean? At the time, I was marketing him, music marketing him at the time. You know what I mean? So it was like I knew the secrets and all of that. You know what I mean? And I took it and I mastered it. Now, after all these years since they blocked that page, I have a new page in the description. But that's just my music page. But on the marketing side, I have studied the digital game on a whole nother level. I've been going to a lot of workshops and all that. I'm creating a workshop also called One-on-One Marketing. I will be posting that soon on this platform and also on my Underground Lounge page on Facebook, and anybody that follow me on Facebook, pretty much is gonna be on there. And I'm gonna do a campaign on IBP Media page also for the workshop of those who want to be marketed and know more about digital streaming, how to get playlists and all that good stuff. And if you do want that, you could definitely put your email, your name, and your email address in the comments. I make sure I grab that so you can get all the updates on all the things that I do on music marketing and for your business. So yeah, Instagram did me wrong. That's the story. You can go right back into the YouTube page. Follow. I'm also connected on all the other platforms. Y'all can go back and watch this video. And I appreciate everybody tuning in to hear my story. Just to give y'all the input of how this digital marketing is very in depth because the fact that people is using these platforms to eat. They're taking care of their families, man. And a lot of a couple people that I know that's not getting fake streams and all that, and actually putting in the work and understanding how this works. I'm gonna be talking about it in my workshop class in detail in the secrets that Facebook you can get on Facebook. When you anything that you get on Facebook on digital marketing, they're going to give you the layout of they're gonna give you the layout of doing marketing. They're gonna tell you what to do on the layout. They're not gonna give you the back end and the secrets of it in detail to actually teach you how to do this. This is my workshop do. Teach you how to do it, when to do it, the do's and the don'ts, actually in detail, so you can see results on your Spotify and any other platform, music video views. If you got monetization on your YouTube, help that situation out and all that. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you to get an audience and they tell you to use keywords. Me in my class, I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell you what keywords is best to use. I'm going to show you when to do it, how to do it, and when not to use certain words in detail. You're not going to find a music marketing company that's going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you to find your audience, make sure you have your targets, figure that out, good content. They're going to tell you the basic. That's basic things that we hear every day on this social media, YouTube, and all that. You hear that all over the place. But then you have a question like how to do it. Well, this is definitely the worst I'm gonna put together is how you do it. You know what I mean? And I will have it up within the next 24 hours. And if you want it in your email address, make sure you give me your email and your count in the comments on YouTube, not on Facebook. Go to the YouTube channel. If you need the YouTube channel, you can inbox me on Facebook and give me, you can actually give me, the information in my inbox, which is, those who watching Facebook. And if you on my music page or on my podcast page, I'll get that too as soon as possible. Put your name in your email address, and you will get the email blast on this digital marketing one-on-one class that's important to anybody, especially if you want to take care of your family. If you just want to do music and do videos, have fun, it's a hobby, and you just want to have fun doing it, this is not for you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who really want to get a bag. And if you're punching the clock at your job and you want to stop punching the clock in your job within a year, you would definitely do it. I practice what I preach. I have a single dropping on the 31st. You can follow my Instagram in the description, and I'm gonna show you how I do it, and I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna show you numbers. I'm gonna do all that. You know what I mean? And because I practice what I preach, because I do the same thing. Because right now I'm not working. I This is what I do for a living, and you guys can do the same. This your boy, the Joe with Overlook MC, the king of music marketing of the upstate. Nobody better. Nobody's close. I don't care how many degrees or whatever. Because I have professors and I have people that go to college for marketing that's signed up for my class that want this information, and they're looking at me like, wow, they didn't teach this at my school. They won't teach you what I'm going to teach, no doubt. Don't have a degree. I just definitely been researching, been grinding for about 7 years in this. Now I pretty much got it where I needed it to be, and I'm also still a student because I still have 8 solid mentors that do what I do. This your boy, the Joe, the Overlook MC. I appreciate everybody tuned in. Y'all keep on doing what y'all doing. Keep following the IBP music page. Keep following the IBP YouTube page. Get them subscribers up. We're going to keep going bigger and bigger. It's getting bigger and bigger, and we're going to keep going. This your boy, the Joker, the Overlook MC. Yo, I'm out.